Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss Cardano and as well I would like to discuss XRP. But for sure, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask those. I will be very happy to answer those questions. So let's get started by taking a look at Cardano. What I think is of utmost importance right now is, of course, this downward sloping resistance line. So if you have seen my live streams before and as well the videos about Cardano, we have been discussing this pattern for quite a while now, and we currently have seen this breakout above this descending resistance. So therefore, I'm right now very pumped. But as well, I would like to right now say hello to SR90 and thank you very much for joining the live stream. I will discuss XRP as well in a few couple of minutes. So right now, due to the fact that you are here, I will actually like to initiate my live stream by taking a look at Cardano, but I will make it a little bit shorter than I thought it would be. So we have seen as well multiple touch points on this ascending support, and for sure what I think is of utmost importance right now is that we are going to see a major move towards the upside. I personally think that it will be a quite, well, let's say, movement towards the upside that you will not want to miss out on. This movement will head all the way towards the $2.61. If you ask me personally, I don't think we will reach the target perfectly all the way towards the $2.73. It's a 21% move, but I think this 16.5% move is actually more a realistic target, and therefore I'm going to long Cardano. You can clearly see that I will long Cardano at this point in time at approximately $2.23.7, and I already opened up as well my trade on Bybit. And for the people who would like to actually join me on Bybit, do not forget to use the link down below in the description. This being said, I would like to discuss Cardano a little bit further during this live stream, but let's get started with XRP. So XRP right now, it's absolutely looking good. But what we have to take into consideration is the overall market structure and for sure Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has been trading sideways. Once Bitcoin trades sideways, we can clearly see that the altcoins have major move towards this upside. You can see Litecoin has been going up, Matic has been going up, the Graft has been going up, Cardano has been going up. Every type of Litecoin goes up once Bitcoin did have a pump and afterwards a moment of consolidation. Right now we are consolidating on Bitcoin, and are we going to long XRP? That is the question right now from SR90, and let's take a look if this is right actually a good possibility on XRP. So for sure on the 4-hourly time stream, on the 4-hourly time chart, I would like to actually take a look at something I think is quite important, and that is as well this the ascending resistance line. I'm sorry for that. And this ascending resistance line does only have 2 touch points, therefore it's not a confirmed pattern yet. But if we are going to reach this area, we might perhaps see a retest. What I must admit right now, if we take a look at the indicators on XRP, you can clearly see the 4-hourly MACD looking absolutely great. We are going towards a crossover, and you do not want to miss out on a possible move towards the upside once the 4-hourly crossover occurs. It hasn't occurred in quite a while. We could expect a major move as we did previously, and therefore I would like to say yes, it might be a good opportunity right now to long XRP. But let's take a look at other indicators to take a look if we are not seeing any type of trend reversals as well. So at this point in time on the 4-hourly time frame, you can clearly see that we are seeing this downtrend. For sure, what I think is absolutely important right now is we are seeing this downtrend over here, but we are seeing this beautiful higher high structure on the chart. So you can clearly see a higher high has been created here, secondly, thirdly, fourthly, one more higher high. So 4 higher highs on the chart, and as well 4 lower highs on the RSI. This is a confirmed bearish divergence, and therefore it might not be the right opportunity right now to long XRP. You have to take this into consideration due to the fact that the bearish divergence might play itself out right now on the XRP chart, and we might head towards a retest of the 0.382 Fibonacci, and if we are not able to hold strong, perhaps we're going to see more momentum towards the downside. But for sure, the overall market is gaining a lot during the past couple of hours. Therefore, I think this scenario going all the way towards the 0.236 at 98 cents is actually quite unlikely to occur. But you have to take into consideration this bearish divergence is taking place right now. So this being said, I would like to enable as well the money flow. On the money flow, you can clearly see that we have created as well a bearish divergence. On the money flow, you can see a lower high on the money flow and clearly a higher high on the chart. What does this actually tell us? That we might perhaps see a trend reversal or a movement towards the downside getting created, and that is something I think is very likely to occur right now. So if you are watching, do not forget that we are seeing this playing itself out, and that is of utmost importance due to the fact that if we see right now a movement towards the upside, it is very likely that we are going to experience these bearish divergences as well, and that we are not going to see a major movement towards the upside. So right now, my personal opinion is that I won't be longing XRP. I will be taking a look at what the market structure is going to do right now, and therefore I will be just waiting for a while. Lastly, let's discuss what we are actually as well seeing on XRP, and that is actually this over here. So we are seeing this pattern taking place. If you ask me, this is not the right choice. Oh, sorry, this is... So the pattern is actually quite difficult to see due to the fact that we are right now inside of, I would call this a rising wedge if we continue this pattern, but right now it is not actually very strong due to the fact that we have only seen 2 touch points on this ascending resistance, and I would like to adjust the resistance line as well by placing it like this, and you can clearly see that we are, or perhaps you could call this even a parallel channel. I will draw a parallel channel, a rising parallel channel for us, so we have a better look at what we perhaps might be going to see during the upcoming days on XRP, and where we will be trading, and what the levels are that we have to take into consideration if we would like to open a long or short trade right over here. So this is the ascending parallel channel. You can clearly see that we have already seen 3 touch points on this ascending support line, one at the beginning, one over here, and the third one at this point in time, and we have seen 2 touch points of this ascending resistance. Why this is of utmost importance is if we are going to head towards a retest, we might perhaps get rejected and head once again towards the ascending support zone. What I think is very likely due to the fact that I explained to you just a couple of minutes ago that we are seeing a bearish divergence on the RSI, and we are also seeing a bearish divergence on the money flow index. Let's take a look as well at the 9-day moving average. What is the 9-day moving average telling us right now? Well, clearly we have been trading in between, or well, above or underneath the moving average. We were above the moving average at this time. We dropped below it. Afterwards, we saw a minor run up above the 9-day moving average. We saw a decline, and right now we are once again above the 9-day moving average. Clearly, I personally don't think we are going to see... Do you have any stop loss ideas for Cardano? Yes, I will discuss Cardano in just a couple of seconds. Let's finish the EMA ribbon as well. What I say about the 9-day moving average is I think it's very unlikely that we are going to proceed and continue with a minor uptrend as we saw previously. On the EMA ribbon, the EMA ribbon is actually holding up very strong, and what I think is utmost important, that is very aligned with the underneath or below us ascending support of the parallel channel, and therefore if we see a decline below the 0.382 at $1.07, we might perhaps head towards a retest of this ascending support, and as well a retest of the EMA ribbon on the 4-hourly time frame, and that is something I think is of utmost importance right now. So XRP for the current moment is not a very good trade if you ask me personally, and that is something I wanted to discuss during the live stream. Let's take a look at Cardano and why I'm right now entering a trade on Cardano. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit allergic today, so those allergies are hitting hard, as I might say. And let's take a look at what we are seeing. So we're clearly spotting this breakout. Also, for the people who think this pattern is a little bit too, well, not well drawn, I think it's a confirmed pattern for sure. We have seen multiple touch points on this this descending resistance. You can clearly see multiple touch points over here, and we have seen as well multiple touch points on this ascending support. Therefore, this is a confirmed pattern. And what I think is even more important is if we take a look at the longer time frame, or at the past and performance, you can clearly see that we have been in a major downtrend. We have been creating lower highs every time ever since we saw this minor movement to this major movement towards the downside on the 7th of September. Afterwards, we have seen a major decline on Cardano, and right now it's the very first time that we are actually able to break out above this descending resistance. Yes, there is a second descending resistance that you have to take into consideration in the immediate short term, and that is this descending resistance over here. But you can clearly see that this descending resistance was already broken through in the past, so therefore it is not of importance anymore. But the descending resistance that we are right now breaking out above is of utmost importance. And what are my levels of entry, stop loss, and take profit going to be right now? Let's discuss those immediately, and afterwards I would like to discuss the EMA ribbon, the MACD, the RSI, and the money flow index for sure. So if we take a look at the horizontal rate, the pink will be my entry at $2.23.5. My stop loss will actually be at approximately this point in time, due to the fact that you can clearly see we saw major support on top of this area. As well, we saw this minor spike during yesterday. We were supported at this point in time at $2.17.4. As well, for the people who would like to take a little bit of a, let's say, higher risk during this trade, you can also place your stop loss at this point in time. What I would totally agree with. Why at $2.13.3? Because you can clearly see we have been experiencing major resistance underneath. We saw major support by these 2 4-hourly candles being found on top of it. And as well, if we draw this line a little bit further, you can see that we experienced as well a level of resistance previously at that point in time. Therefore, the $2.13 level 0.3 would be my stop loss, and therefore I would like to place this as a red line. As well, what will be my take profit? As I said previously during the live stream, my take profit on Cardano will be $2.61, due to the fact that I think the 22% move all the way towards the upside, the measurement of this symmetrical triangle won't actually be realistic. I think this is a more realistic target at $2.61, and that is a 16% move that you do not want to miss out on. And if you are not right now yet signed in on Bybit, do not forget to use the link down below in the description, where you will be able to earn up to $1,610 deposit bonus on Bybit just by using the link down below. And most importantly, you will be supporting the channel by doing so. As well, if anyone during this live stream would like me to answer questions about a particular coin of their own choice, do not forget to please place those questions down below in the comment section. So SR90, if you're still watching, please let me know if you did actually agree with my stop loss, and as well with the thoughts about why this breakout is so important right now. And if we take a look at the MACD, you can clearly see on the MACD we are experiencing a 4-hourly crossover after quite a long period of time, and it has been a quite incredible run already. We have seen a lot of significance. If you compare this crossover with the previous crossover, you can clearly see that the previous crossover at this point in time wasn't as, let's say, upward, or wasn't as strong with the momentum. So yes, of course, right now I think we are going to see a major increase. Let's take a look as well the 1 hourly time frame over here. Once more, we are experiencing as well a crossover just 2 hours ago. Therefore, I'm very confident that we might still see further increase, because we are not losing momentum on the 1 hourly MACD either, and on the 3 hourly time frame it's looking absolutely marvelous as well. So let's take a look at the daily time frame, and that is actually something I think is very important. We are still seeing upward momentum, and that is of utmost importance to me, due to the fact that we might experience upward momentum as we did previously on Cardano, and therefore we might see right now the perfect trading opportunity to see this major increase as we did previously of almost, let's take a look at the measurement, 213%. So I am not missing out on this possible long trade opportunity, due to the fact that it might be very likely that we are right now going to see a breakout occur heading towards the $2.61 area, and that we might not see a reversal afterwards heading towards the levels where we are currently trading at. And therefore you could possibly enter a trade right now that you could hold on all the way towards a new all-time high on Cardano, and that is exactly what I'm trying to do over here. So as well, let's take a look at the RSI and at the money flow index. And why those are important is due to the fact that you can spot a bearish or bullish divergence on the RSI and money flow very clearly, and that is absolutely important to know. So if we take a look over here, you can see that the RSI at this point in time, it has a it has a high that is actually exactly the same on the RSI as previously, and you can see that our low has been a little our current high has been a little bit lower than our previous high. So this is not a bearish divergence. This would be a bearish divergence if the current high on the money flow would be higher, but that is not the case over here. So therefore I am glad that we are not spotting any type of bearish divergences. What I must admit is absolutely looking very strong to me is that if we take a look at this trend line, it is for the very first time that we have been able to break out above this downward sloping resistance on the money flow, and therefore I think it is very likely that we are going to experience an increase in Cardano's price action as well. Let's take a look at the RSI, and afterwards I will be taking a look at the comment section as well. So if we take a look at the RSI, you can spot exactly the same taking place over here. You can see this decline has been broken through, and as well, if you would like to measure it like this, you can see clearly that we haven't been able to break out above it. But I think this is not the right measurement over here, due to the fact that, or well, even if you would like to measure it like this, we are heading towards a retest. So I am very confident that we will be able to break out above this line. So either way, it's looking very strong to me. I would like to preferably measure this like this, or perhaps like this, but on both cases we already broke out above this descending resistance, and above we are seeing clearly a trend reversal taking place. So that is for sure of utmost importance to me. And let's take a look if we are spotting any type of bearish or bullish divergences. So right now you can clearly see that the high has been, well, or is at exactly the same point in time as we did see previously. We are trading at this area, so that is looking very good to me, and even a little bit higher. So if we continue with this major uptrend, we are not spotting any type of bearish divergences. Otherwise, we might start seeing, if we are closing this candle even further below, we might start experiencing a bearish divergence on the RSI. So please be careful with the RSI right now. I think for the immediate short term, that is actually something you do not want to well, how may I say it, this is something I personally am taking it into consideration, but I am also very confident that we are actually not going to see a major trend reversal taking place on Cardano due to the fact that a lot of indicators are very bullish right now. As well, let's take a look at the money flow over here. The money flow over here looks absolutely great. You can see that this was clearly higher, this is a clearly lower high, and this is actually on the money flow. We are actually unfortunate seeing a bearish divergence. You can clearly see lower high, right now a slightly higher high. So it depends on where we are going to close this 4-hourly candle, if we are going to actually experience a bearish divergence on the money flow right now. So be careful with this. I'm personally also waiting to enter the trade at $2.35 because I think it is very likely that we are going to see a retest of this ascending support before we're going to experience more momentum towards the upside, due to the fact that this happens actually most of the times when we see a major breakout outside of a pattern, very likely to this pattern that we're seeing at this point in time. For sure, you can decide also to enter the trade at $2.30 above the 0.382, but I think personally that we are going to see a decline, a retest actually of this ascending, descending resistance as a descending support zone, and afterwards increase. So I'm quite confident that will occur actually. And as well, if we take a look at the RSI is actually looking absolutely good. We are not spotting a bearish divergence. It depends as well on the candle. If we are right now going to see an exponential increase heading all the way, let's say towards the $2.45, then we will be experiencing a bearish divergence. But I think it is very unlikely that we are right now going to see that major explosion towards the upside without even seeing a decline taking place during the upcoming hours. This being said, I would like to thank you all for watching the live stream, and as well, if you would like to follow me on Twitter, it will be highly appreciated at Thorough Crypto, as you can see over here. And you can just follow me over there, where you will be updated about all upcoming videos and as well about cryptocurrency in general. So thank you very much already for doing so. And let's take a look at the comment section. So SR90, do you see any entry for swing long Ethereum? Thanks, Toro. So Ethereum, let's take a look at Ethereum and if we are going to see a swing trade over here. So I'm sorry for this. Oh, this is Ethereum BTC. So Ethereum, clearly beautiful run up. We have seen a beautiful run up. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and once more a higher low. As well, on the 4-hourly time frame, the EMA ribbon clearly supporting this, so the trend is clearly being supported. And as well, if we take a look at the MACD and RSI, the MACD looking good. Unfortunately, on the 4-hourly time frame, we are losing strength, so that is something I must admit doesn't look extremely well. And as well, the momentum towards the upside has not been incredible. Therefore, it is likely that we might experience a crossover on the MACD and as well a decline afterwards, heading once more towards a retest at the 0.618 Fibonacci at $3,338. I wanted to discuss the MACD as well on the 1-hourly time frame. You can clearly see on the 1-hourly time frame is looking more bullish. On the 1-hourly time frame, we are heading towards a crossover, so perhaps this might give us enough strength to increase in momentum and as well head towards a retest of the 0.68786, sorry, at $3,784. This is, of course, in the immediate short term, so perhaps we are going to experience right now a movement towards the upside. But as well, if we do not see enough movement towards the upside, we might experience a crossover on the 4-hourly time frame, and that is something you would like to consider. So do you see any entry for swing long on Ethereum? So a swing trade long for Ethereum. So yeah, right now I would like to take a look, before answering your question, as well to the money flow. On the money flow 4-hourly time frame, we are seeing this decline, but I would actually prefer to take a look at the 1 hourly time frame. On the 1 hourly time frame, clearly we are seeing a bullish divergence over there. You can see this higher low on the chart and a lower low on the money flow index. Therefore, this is a bullish divergence, so it is likely that we are going to see a retest occur actually right now on the $3,784. As well, if we take a look at the RSI, let's take a look at the RSI. The RSI is actually seeing something different. We are right here not experiencing a bullish divergence. That is quite unfortunate. I think the bullish divergence on the RSI is more important than the bullish divergence on the money flow index. So if we did see on both indicators a confirmed bullish divergence, I would be highly happy for the Ethereum price action. But right now, I personally think that this is not the case. We are not spotting a bullish divergence in the immediate short term. Let's take a quick look at what else we have to take into consideration. If we take a look at the overall trend during the past days, you can see actually on the RSI something that does concern me. We are seeing this, or not days, I'm sorry, during the past couple of hours, we have seen this lower high structure getting created. But as well, if we take a look at this point in time, we have seen a, I'm sorry for that, let's take a look. Yeah, so now this is completely wrong, sorry. Higher high structure getting created, so you could also place it like over here. You can clearly see this high was the highest high on the RSI, but unfortunately we created a lower high afterwards, and right now we are creating a higher high on the chart. And therefore, I think if we are right now heading towards the upside, we might perhaps get a clearly bearish divergence getting started. So you have to take this into consideration. What is my personal opinion for a long trade right now? Personally, I am waiting for Ethereum to head towards the $3,338 at 0.618 due to the fact that I think that is very likely to occur. Just because we have seen as well this major momentum of accumulation above this area, and I think that is very likely that we will head once more towards that area before being able to see a further increase in price action. You have to take Bitcoin for a lot of these things right now into consideration, and right now Bitcoin is consolidating on top of this area at approximately, let's take a quick look, well, let's say $54,569. Why is this important? Because if we are going to see right now a decline in Bitcoin's price action, we might see as well an overall decline in the market, and I think that is for sure something that might be very likely to occur. This being said, let's discuss as well Bitcoin. So for Ethereum right now, the answer to SR90 for his swing trade, I personally think longing Ethereum right now is for sure a good idea, but that when the immediate short term, Ethereum is not looking very strong to me personally, and therefore I wouldn't purchase a long, or I wouldn't enter a long trade position at this point in time. As well, oh, sorry for this, I wanted to discuss Bitcoin. So if we take a look at Bitcoin, why is Bitcoin so important right now? Because it is actually very dominant in the overall market. You can see clearly, if we take a look as well at coin market cap, that the Bitcoin dominance has been right now at 44.4%. So the Bitcoin dominance is actually not up, it has been way higher in the past. That is what I'm trying to say right now, but it's actually still quite high. And for altcoins to actually perform on themselves and be able to make their personal gains. I'm absolutely convinced the Bitcoin dominance has to be below 40%. Right now, Bitcoin is dominant, very well, absolutely dominant in this market, and therefore if Bitcoin is going to see right now a correction, we will of course experience a correction in the overall cryptocurrency space in general. So clearly what I think is important right now on Bitcoin is that we saw this period of accumulation on top of this area, of this horizontal level of support. We were supported by multiple 1 hourly candles, you could see that, but unfortunately we are right now seeing a candle breaking down underneath this horizontal level of support. So the next target, or the next possible area where we are going to find support, is at 1 Fibonacci at $52,000 949. Let's take a look as well at the EMA ribbon. So the EMA ribbon for sure on the 1 hourly time frame supporting us very strongly on Bitcoin. And let's take a look at something more important, the 4 hourly time frame. On the 4 hourly time frame, you can clearly see that we are a little bit overextended compared to the EMA ribbon. The very last time that this occurred, Bitcoin actually traded sideways for quite a long while before it was heading towards the upside once more. It traded sideways until it retested the EMA ribbon and it went straight back up afterwards. Something like this would be very healthy for the overall Bitcoin price, also due to the fact that if Bitcoin trades sideways, a lot of altcoins are going to see exponential growth, and I'm convinced that would be very good for all of us trading right now on these platforms, and we would like and we will see major opportunities taking place if we are going to see a consolidation of Bitcoin on top of this level where we are currently at. My personal opinion is that the indicators are not looking absolutely strong right now. If we take a look at, for example, the money flow on the 4 hourly time frame is of course not only above the dotted line, therefore it is likely that we are going to see a decline, but as well you can see that we are seeing this lower high structure on the money flow. So this is a lower high, it's a slightly lower high, I know that, but it's still a lower high, and a higher high on the chart, therefore a bearish divergence that is taking place right now. And yeah, so that is very important. So Bitcoin bearish divergence. So you are telling me right now SR90 Cardano is still pumping? Yeah, I can see Cardano is heading further up and up. Yeah, well, Cardano, you know, I have said this before during my live streams and as well during my videos that I'm actually always convinced that you have to stay true to your trading opportunity or your trading setup. So as I said previously as well during my live stream right now, I think it is likely that we are going to see a retest on this previous descending resistance, and that we are going to be able to find support on top of it and head straight back up afterwards. We are seeing this major increase right now. This increase has been approximately 6%. That's absolutely amazing. It's just incredible how much it has been pumping lately. And as well, this pump in the past was as well a major pump that I was as well very amazed by. On this point in time, on the 29th of September, we saw a 13% increase. So yeah, you might not agree with me, but I think it's likely that we are going to actually see this retest still coming during the upcoming hours. But if you are right now doubting and you want to enter this trade badly because you do not want to miss out on these gains of possibly, if you enter at the 0.382 at $2.30.9, you would still be seeing an increase on Cardano of approximately 13% for sure. That is a very tradable move. And yeah, I wouldn't disagree if you enter the trade at this point in time, but I am personally going to stick to my plan due to the fact that I want to, well, just see the most gains possible during this trade. And if I do not take this minor 3% into consideration, I think those 3% are very important for the overall trade, and therefore I am sticking to my plan right now, and that is the trading setup that I just explained. So hopefully you agree that we are going to see a retest. We can discuss Cardano once more, but I think, yeah, I think it's pumping crazy, and perhaps we are going to miss out on this trade. You would like to enter the trade at 0.382, but right now I am personally waiting for my personal trading setup, the retest of this descending resistance as right now current support. I would like to head straight back to BTC SR90. I really appreciate your comments, and as well that you are watching my live streams. I must admit that if you are watching right now, do not forget to leave a comment also down below, and as well give me a thumbs up if you're liking the content so far. And let's take a look at what I am right now seeing on BTC. So on BTC, we were spotting, before we head shortly towards Cardano, we saw that bearish divergence on the money flow. We spotted this lower high on the money flow index, and as well this higher high on the chart. So therefore the money flow is not actually looking very strong to me. If we take a look as well at the RSI is actually looking a bit better. We are seeing this clearly higher high structure on the RSI, but unfortunately we are above the dotted line on the upper part of the RSI. Therefore it is likely that we are right now seeing a reversal getting started, and that is exactly what's taking place. I think this reversal will continue and head inside of the green area for a while before we will, well, let's see Bitcoin increase once more in its price action. So currently Bitcoin will be trading sideways. Hopefully we are not going to experience a very steady decline. And what are the things that we have to take into consideration right now that are very important? So the 200-day moving average on the 4-hourly time frame is for me important. You can see that the 200-day moving average on Bitcoin is, well, far below us. Therefore we are, well, I wouldn't say overextended, but what I would like to say is that we actually are, well, in this very beautiful run up. You could see that at this point in time we were actually as well far above the 200-day moving average, but you have to take into consideration that the 200-day moving average, you want to see that, well, in between these ranges that we saw previously and not way further above it, due to the fact that that might mean that we are going to see a decline. So what am I trying to say? So at this point in time, we clearly saw a decline in the past. That was when we were 24% above the 200-day moving average. It happened once again at this point in time, once we were also 24% above the 200-day moving average. And if we take a look at this minor decline, we were also 20% above the two. It's just absolutely crazy how, sorry guys, this is not working out as I wanted to. I wanted to show you this. So this point in time over here, yeah, you can clearly see this was a 18% above the 200-day moving average. And where are we currently at? So if we take a look at where we're currently at, you can see that we are at exactly, let's measure this very quickly, 18% above the 200-day moving average. So what I'm trying to say over here is we still have like 5% to head even further, but afterwards we might start seeing a decline on Bitcoin. This is not, I'm not being bearish on the overall market, because we will still see that beautiful higher low structure getting created. I'm not worried at all that the bear market will enter. Well, I'm just being bullish over here, but I'm being very realistic that we are 18% above the 200-day moving average on the 4-hourly time frame, and previous data shows us that once we head so far above the 200-day moving average, a decline on Bitcoin is likely to occur as well, very likely to occur. And I'm not actually worried about this at all, due to the fact that you can see that that is a perfect opportunity to long Bitcoin and head towards the upside afterwards. And that is exactly what we are trying to do here on this channel. So thank you very much for watching so far. And if people would like me to discuss a cryptocurrency of their own choice, do not forget to give me a comment down below, and I would highly appreciate to take a look at the cryptocurrency that you would like me to do. Also, I only will be live for the upcoming 10 minutes, so please place your comments right now, due to the fact that I have unfortunately an appointment later, but I will be also uploading videos today, so it won't be a problem for the people who are right now subscribed. And that is as well a reminder that if you are not subscribed yet, you must hit that subscribe button right away. So let's take a look at actually something I think is very, very important right now, and that is Matic. So Matic, or Polygon looks actually, as I told people before as well during the live stream, it has been performing quite well. As well on the Bitcoin chart, it looks very good to me. I was worried that we were going to break down underneath this ascending support. And Elio del Frate, how about reflection tokens? Well, I wanted to discuss Matic, but for sure your request will right now, that has come in right now, will be of utmost importance to me. I would like to say that I thought we were going to see a decline. That is actually what occurred on the strength compared to Bitcoin. Quite unfortunate, but we have been accumulating right over here. I would like to call this a almost a falling wedge, if I'm right. Yes. This is for sure a beautiful falling wedge, or yeah, well, you can also call this a triangle, but yeah, it's a triangle. It's a symmetrical triangle. And if you take a look at the symmetrical triangle, we might be able to see a breakout occur afterwards. So this is something, if you would like to purchase Matic, do not forget the symmetrical triangle is taking place right now. So how about reflection tokens, Serum, Solana, DEX? Yes, I will only be covering one of those tokens, so please let me know right now which token you would like me to take a look at. So you can choose Solana, Serum, so anything, it doesn't matter. I will be highly appreciating it. I'm accumulating Matic as well. Yes, if you are accumulating Matic right now, do not forget that this will be a potential major breakout for Matic, and therefore I'm very pumped. Also, why am I so pumped about this breakout for Matic? Because if we are going to see this breakout, we are heading above the 1 Fibonacci drawn from swing low towards swing high, current swing high, and that would be meaning that we are heading towards this $1.41 level as well. Very important, even more important to me right now, is actually that we are going to be able, as you can see on the 4-hourly time frame, to break out above the 200-day moving average. And after that point in time, we are going to for sure see exponential growth on Matic, as we did previously as well. So right now, Matic, great point and great opportunity to actually purchase this. Better price than Solana, yeah, for sure, definitely. I'm right now agreeing that Matic is looking absolutely marvelous to purchase. Perhaps we are going to see a retest of this ascending support of the symmetrical triangle as resistance, as support before heading further towards the upside. But for sure, this period in time is a great accumulation zone. If you ask me personally, I am accumulating Matic, and I will be doing well during the upcoming days until we will see a confirmed breakout. After that point in time, I won't be accumulating Matic anymore. So Serum will be the last request of this live stream. Let's take a look at Serum on CoinMarketCap. It's a rank 93 coin for the people who are watching, and do not know or are not familiar with this coin, you can clearly see this has been performing marvelously during the past, let's take a look, year. And it's as well a decentralized finance token, so that is for sure very good. So I'm right? Let's yes, perfect. Let's take a look at the chart of Serum. So SRM USD. So what are we going to see over here? Hopefully something that does actually look good. And yeah, right now below the 200-day moving average on the 4-hourly time frame, the EMA ribbon right now having a lot of trouble. You can clearly see that we might perhaps head further down and not be able to hold strong on top of the EMA ribbon. So this is something you want to be monitoring very carefully. So that is very good. My mathematic target is also $7 if you would like to know that, Elio del Frate. That is $7 for my mathematic target right now. I'm telling you that. And let's take a look at what we are seeing over here. So looking good so far. I would like to enable as well a Fibonacci retracement. I will be placing that Fibonacci retracement from swing low towards swing high of this previous minor uptrend during the past month, due to the fact that it's going to give me the levels that I want to take a look at for right now during this downtrend. Clearly we are trading right now in between the 0.5 and the 0.382 Fibonacci. Hopefully we are going to be able to break out above the 0.382 Fibonacci, because this would confirm that we are finding support on top of the EMA ribbon. As well, I would like to disable the 200-day moving average and enable the money flow, the RSI. On the RSI, you can clearly see we are inside of this downtrend. We were able to actually break this downtrend on the RSI, and perhaps we are going to head towards an upright direction due to this fact. And if let's take a quick look as well over here. Yeah, well, it's looking good. It's looking good so far. No bearish or bullish divergences. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, it's looking good so far. So the RSI is actually looking very good. There is a lot of space and a lot of potential movement towards the upside. So therefore, the RSI is looking absolutely marvelous on Serum. And let's take a look at as well what the MACD is showing us. So the MACD is actually showing a possible crossover on the 4-hourly time frame. If we take a look at the 2-hourly time frame, this crossover already occurred. On the 3-hourly time frame, it also already occurred, and therefore I am quite confident that right now the EMA ribbon might be able to hold strong and be a level of support where you would like to stay on top of, and as well on top of the 0.382 at $8.41. So BTC is dropping lower. Yeah, well, I'm actually not very sad, or let's say, as I said previously, I was actually hoping for BTC to head lower, because right now I would like to see the market cool off a bit. BTC accumulate for a while, or trades, yeah, well, in between these levels, due to the fact that we will see altcoins gain major movement towards the upside by Bitcoin accumulating, and that is exactly what I would like to see on the current market space. Serum, Solana, Uni, Ethereum, Cake, BNB. Yes, I okay, perfect. Unfortunately, guys, I will have to end this live stream. Lastly, I would like to take a look at Sol. Now, Serum Solana is unfortunately not on trading view, so that is quite unfortunate. BTC, we can do that one. So let's take a look at the strength of Serum compared to Bitcoin. So if we take a look at the strength of Serum compared to Bitcoin on the 4-hourly time frame, absolutely looking good to me. Unfortunately, we are experiencing that EMA ribbon as a resistance above us, and as well this descending resistance. You can clearly see a lot of touch points on this descending resistance is serving right now as a level of resistance. So if we are able to break out above it, find support on top of it, we are going to experience movement towards the upside on the strength compared to Bitcoin. And as well, as I said previously, we would like to see Bitcoin trade in between the $52,949 and the $54,569 during the upcoming hours and days, so we are able to see major returns on altcoins during the upcoming days. Right now, very unfortunate that I won't be able to take a look at Alex Harris' request on Litecoin and as well on other type of cryptocurrencies. Elliot Fried, gotta zoom out daily chart minimum. Well, on the strength compared to Bitcoin, yeah, you can zoom out on the daily chart, but I'm taking a look at the immediate short term and as well this possible move towards the upside above the 0.32. Therefore, that's not needed. You can take a look at the daily chart if you want to, but on the daily chart, you can clearly see that Serum is absolutely not looking marvelous. If you ask me, we are breaking down below the EMA ribbon and it is not able to see a trend reversal taking place shortly on the 4-hourly time frame. It won't be able to hold strong either above the daily time frame EMA ribbon. So those are things you have to combine right now, and due to the fact that we're taking a look at the immediate short term, I'm just taking a look at the 4-hourly time frame. Yes, of course, I'm not being bearish on decentralized finance. I adore DeFi and I am for sure a huge fan. I think DeFi is one of the greatest things on the cryptocurrency space overall. My personal opinion right now is that Serum is actually struggling a little bit to hold strong on top of these levels. For sure, we will see major returns. It saw in the past as well major returns. So if we see a further decline, I would actually advise to purchase even more of this cryptocurrency and not be fearful due to the fact that that is actually a great buying opportunity. So far, guys, I'm quite unfortunate right now that I am not able to stick on a little bit longer. I really appreciate your support right now, and if you like the content so far, do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below. It will be highly appreciated, and as well, you will be supporting the channel by doing so. So thank you very much and have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.